time has come for me to write a new story. This one will be about a girl determined to chase her life's dream, no matter what it takes. Adele is the daughter of an herbalist merchant. She lives a quiet life in the countryside and spends her days helping her sick father. But she's always been keenly interested in research and science that goes far beyond simply gathering herbs. Adele refuses to abandon her dream, but what lies ahead for her in a society that might not accept her as a female scientist? Only time will tell. It was a quiet summer evening, and Adele was studying in her room again. She was determined to find a cure for her father, Thomas, but he always thought she was wasting what precious time she had.
Are you studying again, Adele? My dear child, you should focus on yourself, or you'll end up alone. What will become of you when I'm gone?
Don't say that, Father. I'll find a way to make a medicine that will cure you.
Will you help me find my bag? The mayor of the neighboring town is sick, and I'm going to visit him. I won't have time to deliver herbs to our neighbors and the nobleman's family. Can you handle that for me without causing any trouble?
Don't worry, and have a safe journey.
Though Adele's father often mentioned she should marry and start a family, that held no interest to her. Studying herbs and helping her father was her sole focus. Adele distributed the herbs as promised. Delivering everything took a whole day, but she finally reached the nobleman's house. As the mansion's door slowly creaked open, Adele sensed something was very wrong. A nervous servant led her straight to the owners.
Finally, our son's condition is getting worse. Wait, where is Thomas?
My father was called away on short notice, but don't worry, I can handle this.
Are you sure? I can't lose my son. He's my only heir, besides my daughters, that is.
My poor baby, he has a high fever.
I can dampen a towel and wipe his brow. That should help bring down his temperature.
That indeed helped. Could you perhaps make a better medicine than our doctor?
I'll make a medicine using a recipe of my own.
Your medicine did wonders for my child. Thank you for your help, young lady.
Even though Adele's medicine worked, she decided to stay the night, make more, and brew her special medicinal tea. The nobles gladly agreed. Adele provided detailed instructions on how to use the medicine, and the aristocrats listened attentively to her guidance. Saving the child's life proved that Adele's efforts weren't in vain. Feeling inspired, she returned home, where her father awaited her in the garden. But he was not alone.
Adele, I leave you alone for one night, and you have the whole village talking about you. Think of my weakened heart.
I couldn't just let the child die, Father.
You're always thinking of others before yourself. Can you give my old friend some water? He just arrived from the capital.
She's undoubtedly beautiful, but she lacks manners. Perhaps studying etiquette could help. You know, my elder son, Johann, is studying at the university. I think they would make an excellent couple.
I envy him.
Adele realized that her father was subtly trying to find a partner for her, but Adele had her own plan, which she immediately put in motion. Adele told her father she liked the idea of studying at the School of Etiquette in the capital, and he gladly granted her permission to leave. But her true goal was to go to the University of Sciences. Adele spent more money than expected on the way to the capital. Since she needed to save money for the university entrance fee, she found a job in a tavern.
I heard you're going to take the exam. If you find my wallet, I can tell you why it's a waste of time.
If you help me with the laundry, you can stay in the servants' quarters for free. We're short on stuff because of the exam.
Thanks. Now, only men are allowed to study at the university, so they won't accept you as a student.
I didn't know that, but I have an idea.
You did well. Can you throw away these clothes? They belong to a street performer, but he left already.
A fake mustache and glasses?
While working in the tavern, Adele learned the harsh truth that the university only accepted men as students. Adele thought of how unfair this was, but wasn't ready to give up. Adele cut her hair and used the clothing left by the street performer to make herself a disguise. As she looked in the mirror, she saw an entirely different person. Unaccustomed to wearing men's clothing, Adele decided to test her plan before heading to the university the next day.
Let me guess, you came here for the exam too. My name is Johann Lyle, and I'm studying applied sciences. What's your name?
My name is Edward Black.
Pleasure to meet you, Edward. How about we play a game to test our knowledge? But first, we should agree not to get upset, regardless of who wins. Deal? This is the first time I've lost. Well, don't forget your credentials, genius. Otherwise, you won't be allowed to take the exam.
Thanks, Johann. See you soon.
Sorry, I'm a bit busy. I'm looking for an important page for my book. Thank you, young man. Choose whichever book you'd like as a reward.
Meeting Johann Lyle, the son of her father's friend, was indeed nerve-wracking. But neither the salesman nor her new acquaintance had any suspicions about her real identity. Thanks to Johann, Adele learned that admission required both knowledge and credentials. That evening, she sat down to forge the necessary documents, and that was how Edward Black was born. Adele was confident in her knowledge and ability to pass the exam, and her disguise worked perfectly. Excited, she made her way to the university auditorium.
Oh no, where did my quill go? How am I supposed to keep writing?
Please give me your credentials, and you can sit down to take the exam. You have only an hour. You finished that quickly. You seem to possess some knowledge, but your credentials, I haven't heard of this referral before.
They live far away, but they're very credible, I assure you.
Thank you so much. You really saved me.
Adele had been studying since she was quite young, so the exam was easy for her, but the professor doubted her fake credentials. With a look of suspicion on his face, he called Adele to his desk.